coming to our planet, there seems little doubt that they would stop at the moon on their way here. The moon itself is kind of the eye in the sky. NASA says that the moon is apparently hollow. During the Apollo missions, the command module crashed into the moon. And the moon rang like a bell for hours. There are craters on the moon which they cannot find bottom to. And it's thought by some researchers that these bottomless craters are entrances inside our moon. The whole enigma of the moon gets weirder and weirder the more you know it. Was the moon actually brought here from another solar system and put into orbit around our planet? Biologists say that life on this planet could never have occurred without our moon. And the reason for that is that the moon creates the tidal effect. And without the effect of tides and this rhythmic motion on the oceans, life would never have begun on this planet. In my mind, the evidence is there that the moon is a gigantic spaceship in orbit around our planet. It's occupied by some extraterrestrial race. In many ways, it's much like the George Lucas Death Star concept in Star Wars, where they're building this artificial moon that's capable, with technology, of actually destroying a planet.
Said, can you tell me any Zulu or African legends about the moon? And he said, yes, we say the moon is an egg. Now, of course, your anthropologists turn up from mainstream science. They go, they're primitive people, they think the moon's an egg. Well, actually, that's a bit more than that. The reason they say it's an egg, interestingly, is they say it's been hollowed out. And then he told me one of the Zulu legends about the moon. And he said that the legends say that the moon was brought here hundreds of generations ago by two brothers, Wawani and Umpanku, who were leaders of the Chitahuri. Now, the Chitahuri is the Zulu name for the reptilians, the children of the serpent. And he said that the two brothers, Wawani and Umpanku, were known as the Water Brothers and had scaly skin like a fish. The legends say that Wawani and Umpanku stole the moon in the form of an egg from the great fire dragon and emptied out the yolk until it was hollow. They then rolled the moon across the sky to the earth and caused great cataclysmic events on the earth when it arrived. And so you look at that, and of course I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, whoa. Talking about. When you come into this world, you tend to accept that what is here is how it is. This is how things are, mate. This is one reason why, you know, we, the generations who've seen a different world to this one, are very, very important and have a very great responsibility, because we, to some extent, have the ability to see how things were to how they've become. People being born into the world now, all this control and stuff, it's life. This is how it is.
Yeah.
This is why it's fantastic that so many young people, despite that, have seen through it. But the classic is the moon. The moon comes up, it goes through its sequence every month. And well, it's the moon, mate. Oh, it's the full moon tonight, look. But when you start asking questions, whoa, I didn't know that. And first of all, the mathematics between the moon, the sun, and the Earth, as documented in this book, Who Built the Moon, are fantastic. As they say in the book, the maths involved in the Earth-Moon-Sun system is nothing less than staggering, and the moon was placed there with the accuracy of the proverbial Swiss watchmaker. And just a few weeks ago, I watched a mainstream scientific program on the BBC. I think it's a program. No, it wasn't a strand. It was a one-off. Do we really need the moon? And this scientist, mainstream scientist, goes on and on about how it's perfectly positioned for its effect on the Earth to give us the kind of world we live in. But then she says, but that it is now perfectly placed to sustain life is pure luck, a cosmic coincidence.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Earth was never meant to be a slave planet. You were never meant to be slaves. And you should absolutely resist. This is not about politics. This is about control. This is about control.
The moon is a very powerful electromagnetic computer. The energy from the moon has been beaming electromagnetic frequencies onto the Earth for eons now to maintain the two-stranded DNA. The moon is a satellite that was constructed. It was anchored outside Earth's atmosphere as a mediating and monitoring device, a supercomputer or eye in the sky. Earth must be owned by those who dwell there. However, it is not. You have outside gods, creator energies, who prevent you as a species from having free reign with your kundalini, because the potential of our energy field. The influence of the moon as a main satellite computer affects all of the Earth. The moon's programs have for eons been of great limitation toward human beings. They are repetitive cycles that the moon creates to which you respond. The moon matrix. And when I read that, I mean, it's another thing that happens in this sequence of events, Henrik, in my life for the last 21 years. When you've gone with something, often when you've gone with it, and you know, you say, I'm going with this, it feels right to me, I feel this is right, then something will happen often that kind of gives you a confirmation.
Yeah.
Just says, yeah, see, look. It is right, and that's what I kind of hit me when I read that, because what I've just read from that book is, as you will know, it's in what I'm saying in my book, and it was such a powerful kind of confirmation for me that we're going in the right direction here. Not that everything is 100% right. We're trying to uncover something doesn't want to be uncovered. I mean, crikey.
It's about you. It's about me. It's about us. The world politically is changing dramatically. We are moving towards a fascist world government. Individual liberties and rights are disappearing all the time. We have a world financial crisis. All of these things are done as a matter of control. Do not ever, ever surrender your freedoms or liberties to government. It's too self-serving, and it doesn't create anything but laws that restrict our freedoms. This is all about us. We are the ones calling this forward. We are the ones who have asked for this. We are the ones who are making this change ourselves, within ourselves. We are the ones. We can change this so fast, it'll blow your minds. Because clearly what we're doing and what we have created for ourselves isn't working. It has only detached us so much, not only from the earth, but from who we actually are as souls, as beings. And the reason for that is we are not living a spiritual life. And that's what we are. We're spiritual beings.
With the toxic ideas that are reducing our sense of what we are meant to be and affecting our children. With the art that circulates around, sometimes in forms of music or other kinds of visual things, that actually suppress the inner metaphysical faith that a man, a human being, is meant to be something much more than we think. That need to understand that vibration that makes us wish and seek ultimate truth as the most important enterprise of our life is itself a special form of energy, as a special form of life force in us.